Hello, hope you're all doing well. My name is Samantha and I'm introducing my vocabulary app VFL, Vocabulary for Life. Learning can be a little daunting sometimes, especially if you have a very busy schedule. It sometimes can make you feel a little burden, or it's another thing added to your to-do list. Here you can meet Amelia. She is a 24-year-old woman who is currently single. She is based in New York City and works as an advertising designer. Amelia often travels abroad to collaborate with various designers. She is very passionate about her work and always looking for inspirations to have her designs push past boundaries. However, like most of you, Amelia has a very busy schedule. She often works 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. without taking a break. Due to the nature of her work, she needs to keep track of current design and technology trends. She needs to learn new vocabulary when it comes to design terminology or design jargon on an ongoing basis. Also, since she often travels abroad, she needs to learn the language of the country she's traveling to. This has always been a challenge because of her tight schedule. Squeezing in to learn new words was a burden to her, but she has to do it because that's what her work requires her to do. Hence, she wants to be able to learn new words in an interactive, fun, personalized, yet professional setting without losing interest. Here is the problem. Amelia needs to find a way to learn new vocabulary words by having visual aids such as phonetics, audio assistant, and an interactive app because she is a visual learner with a creative mind and does not wish to lose interest. My solution is to design a vocabulary app that Amelia and other users will be able to learn and have fun at the same time. These are my early wireframes and prototypes using simple pencil and paper to sketch my initial design idea. After that, I have exported them to an app called Marvel to be able to conduct the usability tests. I have interviewed 3 users. They were given direct tasks to perform the functionality of my prototype. The direct tasks were sign up and go through the onboarding process, start the lesson, see progress, and create your own flashcards. Based on the interview and the usability test, the results came in and I have done some revisions, such as all my users did not notice the pause button on the top left corner. If noticed, they did not understand why it was there because there were no timer or word goals indicated. This was one of the most important features that I had to revise. The recommendations I have received was to make the pause button more noticeable and visible, add timer and words count in the lesson and progress tab. Other features were considered minor fixes, which I will talk about later in the slides. All of my users thought the ongoing process was straightforward, easy to navigate, and smooth. As I mentioned before, these are some minor fixes that I have done improvements and created a mid-fidelity prototype through Adobe XD. We will look at the left side prototype. During the usability test, my user did not realize the lesson has already started. Therefore, I added a preview page so users will know the lesson will begin after this page. As you can see on the right side, this is where I stated before that it was one of the more important features to change. Instead of having a pause logo, I changed it to using the word itself to be more noticeable and visible. I have also added a timer and word count so users will know how much time or words they have left, which also explains why there is a pause button during the lesson now. You can also see from the low fidelity to the mid fidelity. Now looking at the left prototype, another minor fix where my users were confused why it stated lesson complete during creating the flashcard phase. Therefore, I changed it to you've completed this flashcard set to make it clearer. On the right prototype, it is another preview page my users recommend to indicate the user is about to start their flashcard they've created. Last but not least, all my users did not notice the indicator of what page they were in. So I made indicators more visible Instead of a little arrow, I changed it to a highlighted tab. I have also added "You've reached your goal today" to correspond with the added timer or word counts in the progress, as you can see. And this is from low fidelity to mid fidelity with the highlighted indication tab. So what's next? Some future improvements I will make for my VFL app is the ability to create the flashcards after lessons to minimize users' time, a pop-up reminder if you are idle for X amount of time, optional mini quiz at the end of each lesson to help retain the words better, and ability to type or write out the answers during lessons for more practice. What I have learned from this project is 1, always ask for feedback. It is one of the ways to improve your designs or whatever you're doing. When interviewing and testing, you have to ask the right questions and follow-ups because the information you gather would either hurt or benefit the problem you're trying to solve. 3, do not be discouraged or hung up by constructive criticism. It may sound harsh at first, but those powerful opinions are only beneficial to you. Lastly, trust the process. Everything may seem overwhelming at first, but doing it one step at a time will lead you to your final stage. Thank you for listening.